about you take that and you deep fry it and you cover it in powdered sugar and you got yourself delicious beignets. There you go. You're welcome. Welcome to our show. This is our New Orleans show today. Last week I went back to New Orleans for the first time since Hurricane Katrina, which was quite an amazing trip. Very high and very low, lots of emotional things. I showed you last week a little of what happened when I was there, and today I'm going to show you more that we didn't show you. And we're here, I want to say, we're here to celebrate the city of New Orleans. We're going to celebrate it today, but I do want to remind people that you know, as you'll see in the show today, New Orleans still needs our help. And it's so easy to give $1 or $20, whatever you can give, and there's some great organizations out there. When I was there, I got to interview President Clinton and President Bush, and their Bush-Clinton-Katrina Fund is a really good place to start if you want to help out. Go to our website, and you can look at other places. And really, nothing feels better than helping other people. It makes you feel good to help other people, and it's close to my heart because it's my hometown. Which I'm sure y'all know that, because I just said y'all, and because I always say all y'all, and people always say, you know, what does that mean, all y'all? And what it means is all y'all, and not just y'all, but all y'all. I say things like that, and sometimes people don't understand what I mean, but I think y'all look like a smart group of people, and I want to see how smart you are. I'm going to test you, your knowledge about New Orleans, and see how much you know. And these are easy questions. Don't be scared. Don't be frightened. What does Mardi Gras mean literally? Mardi Gras.
I don't know.
When you think of Mardi Gras, what do you think of?
A party?
A party, yes. So in a way it is, but what if you ate a whole lot? How would you feel?
Fat Tuesday?
Right. You'd feel Fat Tuesday, that's right. Yeah. All right. I'll give you some gum. One stick of gum if you can tell me what lagniappe is. That word right there.
Lagniappe?
Lagniappe. Do you know what that means?
Is it an island?
No, it's not. Does anybody know what lagniappe means? You do? Are you from New Orleans?
Yes.
Of course you are. Yeah, you're wearing a shirt. You're going to get a piece of gum if you know. What does it mean?
Something extra.
It means a little something extra, and you're going to get a little something extra right now. That's right. All right. Are you from New Orleans also? All right, great, fantastic. So you can tell me, what time is it in New Orleans?
It's 2 hours later.
Yeah?
We're earlier.
No, that's incorrect.
No, what?
You know what time it is?
It's earlier. Oh, it's party time?
No.
It's time to dance.
That's right. Different guest DJs, and today is New Orleans' own Chris Gennard. Hey, Chris.
Hey,
Chris is not the only guest from Louisiana who's here today. We've got a hot one tonight because Randy Jackson is here from American Idol. Yeah! Yeah! Woo, 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 woo. He's from Baton Rouge, and he's my dog. And it's good. I'm glad he's here. It's all right. And we have a very special performance by Paul Simon. He is going to be performing. He was here last week, and because he was one of the first celebrities to go down to New Orleans after Katrina. We asked them to be a part of today's show, and we talked about how important it is for people to visit New Orleans. I finally got back to New Orleans last week, and like I said, it is the pictures, and I say this, and then you're just going to see pictures right now, but the pictures do not show. You can't possibly understand till you're there, and hopefully you'll see with what happened to me when I witnessed it, what it feels like. And it's not just because it's my hometown, it's because it's people's lives that we're looking at. So take a look at some of the places that I used to live in New Orleans. Because I used to run along this levee. I'll show you where I lived, and I'd come out, cross the street, and go all the way down. I was here in 7th grade and part of 8th. And then, oh, that's the building. It's that brick building there, apartments. I used to live here.
Yeah, Ellen, how you do?
Good, how you doing?
Fine. So which apartment did you live in?
I was trying to figure it out. I think I lived in 126. Hi, how you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
I
you.
heard you used to live here.
Really?
Which one?
I think I lived in yours in
That's
118.
mine.
Yeah.
Gosh.
How long have you lived there?
Since about 1992.
Really? Yeah, that's where I lived.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I came in to see what was going on here. I went to the 9th Ward, and I'm looking at where I used to live.
So we didn't get flooded, thank God.
Yeah.
I mean, but it flooded like over there, one street away on Dove. All right, well, it's your
Good meeting y'all. See you later.
All right, come back and
down.
visit us.
Thank you very much.
A little more healed, maybe.
Yeah, all right. Bye.
See y'all later. Bye.
That's where my mom and I lived. That was our first little apartment together. Yeah, I used to, down that way is Willie G's, where I used to work. 1 or 2 streets to the right is Finch. It's that house straight ahead with the modern roof. They just took the frame of it and redid it. That was the house. This is the neutral ground when some guys were following me home, and I was driving really fast, and I rushed in. I told my dad, guys were following me, and my father ran out. And these Marines are like, come on, man, you don't want to mess with us. We know Kung Fu. And my father goes, I don't care who you know. Totally serious. Hi.
So what do you think of your old house?
It's
They did a nice job.
They
huh?
kept, yeah, this was here, the carport was here, but it didn't look anything like this. There was an upstairs apartment, and then we lived downstairs. But can I walk around to the park? Can I get through here?
Yeah, you can get through.
Thanks. It's amazing, really cool. This yard seems so huge to me that we lived in a house with a yard like that. That's the window. I had a chipmunk as a pet for about 2 hours. I brought it home from the pet store, and I wanted to show the chipmunk the outdoors. So I held it in my hand, and I was up against the window showing it, and it jumped out, and I lost it immediately. So it's probably living here somewhere. All the houses, I mean, you can imagine how fun this was as a kid, and riding bikes, and it was such a nice little neighborhood. I felt so rich living here. I wish they were home. I'd ask to use a restroom. It's amazing that the homes are in such good shape. Thousands of people weren't so fortunate. They lost their homes, their lives, their communities, but not their dreams. So today, with the help of American Express, we're doing a special New Orleans installment of My Crazy Dreams. All right, here's a letter we got. Dear Ellen, my entire family is from St. Bernard Parish, and we lost everything during Hurricane Katrina. Every year, my grandmother, mom, and I used to take a girls' trip to New York City. Things have been very difficult for us since the hurricane, and we no longer have the means to get together again. My dream is to surprise my mom and grandmother with a trip for the 3 of us again, but this time I would love to come to LA and be able to attend a taping of your show. We all love your show, and it'd be a wonderful thing to have the 3 girls together again for a vacation after experiencing such loss. Please make my dream come true. Sincerely, Natasha Robin, Poydras, Louisiana. Where are you, Natasha? Come on down. So every year you usually take this trip, and they didn't come with you. Your grandmother, where's your grandmother?
No, well, my grandmother's in Mississippi. She's living there. They haven't been able to start rebuilding their home yet in St. Bernard Parish, and
She's having a hard time.
she is. She's having a really hard time.
Yeah, and your mom is where?
And my mom's actually back in St. Bernard, and she's living in her driveway as well.
Wow, that is, it's horrible. Walk over here, I want to show you something. Come over here for a second. Walk this way. Here's your mom and your grandmother. And so I'm so glad y'all could be here, and you're going to watch the show, and a little later in the show we have one more surprise for you, but we just wanted you to get together because
Thank you.
And
Thank you so much.
You're going to all sit on her lap because we don't have any more chairs. And when we come back, I'm going to show you some of what I saw when I took a trip home to New Orleans. We'll be right back. All right. Well, as I said before the break, this really, I didn't know what to expect when I went back to New Orleans. I had no idea, and obviously I have family and I have friends who have lost everything. I've heard the stories, I've seen the pictures, and I thought I was prepared. Clearly I wasn't prepared. I could not, you know, I couldn't believe it, but take a look.
My name is Becky Zahari, and I started a volunteer group called the Katrina Crew, and we're just a bunch of people that got tired of looking at the trash, so we got out here and started picking it up off the streets. I was lucky enough to go on Ellen's show, and I got a lot of response from that. I would love to show Ellen this good old town we have going on here. It's a wonderful place, but we're down on our knees, and I'd be very happy to have her see our city. All this was filled up with flooded out cars. Most everything this way was flooded. 80% of the city was devastated. You're going to start seeing a lot of the X's on the houses. That shows if they found a body or not, or how many they found, or dogs or cats. There'll be like little letters indicating that.
Look at this on the left. It looks like a war zone.
There's not really a whole lot being done. There's huge spaces where you just look down either way and it's deserted. So the water just lifted everything up and it floated everywhere and landed, or just washed it away completely.
Look at that house over there.
They've cleared out the houses, but most of the houses shifted and landed in the middle of the street, so you couldn't even drive down the street. So the break is off here to your left.
Do you stop here?
How many months has this been?
Go
9.
Yeah.
This car is like, look at that house over there. There's a guy sitting, he's living there. What are you doing here?
Just came down to go in, and I can't go in. I've been back for 8 months. I've been back since the open Algiers up, and I can't.
And
every
you
time
still
I
can't
come.
get in?
No, me myself, I have issues with going up there.
It's a mental thing.
It's a mental thing. This is my life. This is my life.
It's
just that. It's just that. It's unspeakable.
Can I go in?
Sure you can.
You gotta see what's in there. It's like this is world his whole life.
Look at that. Let's take a walk. The roots of this. We're in Lakeview. I don't think anyone's living here in this area. A few blocks over, we saw 1 or 2 trailers. If we had time, it would be miles and miles of this. You think that people had like a life? They had dinner in there, they cleaned up. Every one of these houses represents a life. Every one of these houses represents a family. See this photo album? Little boy's baseball hat. And that's the water line, as everyone's saying, is it settled. So it was probably there, and then it I mean, you can tell this was a nice house. You can tell this was, you know, hi. Y'all live here, or are you just walking around?
I just wanted to thank you. I just want everybody to see what is still happening here after all these months.
That's what we're doing.
Great, and I appreciate you doing that, so thank you very much.
We're trying to keep reminding people that this is unacceptable.
It is completely unacceptable.
Hi. How are you, Ellen? What's happening here?
This house here, isn't it amazing? Where the water just blew out the levee and just took the house. So it's pretty shocking, but the best thing people can do is to come and see us.
Yeah.
We have
Spend your
hotels, we
money
have the
and-
French
yeah.
Quarter, spend their money.
That's right.
And help us rebuild. It's the best thing to do.
Well, do our best. Wow. We can't forget that this happened just because it's not in the news. We can't forget that thousands and thousands of people have lost their homes, lost their lives. Everything that they knew, everything is different. We can't forget this. We can't let this happen. Everybody needs to come here and spend money and build the city back up. Help them out in any way you can. We have to care about these people.
What has happened down here is the wind has changed. Clouds roll in from the north and it start to rain. Rain real hard and rain for a real long time. 6 feet of water in the streets of Evangeline, Louisiana. They're trying to wash us away. They're trying to wash us away. Louisiana. Louisiana. They're trying to wash us away. They're trying to wash us away.
I gotta tell you, when you're there, it's the weirdest thing. There's no birds, there's no squirrels, there's no sign of life. It is the weirdest feeling. And when you think about, you know, that baseball hat that I pointed to, every kid lost everything. And people are starting over with buying a trash can and buying a paper towel roll. They have nothing. And this is 9 months later. It's just crazy, and nobody wants to hear about it, and it's, you know, but we can't stop. We can't forget about these people. And New Orleans is such a special place, and I feel so grateful that I was getting so upset in the car, and I was crying, and I was getting really hot, and I wanted to get out. That man sitting on the back of the truck was Donald Pritchett, and he had me talk to his wife on the phone. And I feel so lucky that I found him. He's an amazing guy, and he and his wife are here today, and I'm going to be talking to him a little bit later. And when we come back, Randy Jackson is going to talk to us. We'll be right back. We all know our first guest from American Idol. He's from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and recently returned from New Orleans. Please welcome back Randy Jackson. So we saw each other the other night watching American Idol together. It's fun to watch American Idol with him.
It was weird for us to be watching it back, but it was strange.
You don't usually watch it back?
No, I feel like we live it, we do it, so you kind of leave it all there, you know?
Simon watches it back.
All the time. He wants to see, how was my pose? Him and Ryan, they watch it back and forth, and TiVo,
I like
text
it.
each other and go, yeah.
It was fun watching American Idol with y'all. But we talked about that night, that I had just gotten back, and you said you had gone for Jazz Fest. And what did New Orleans mean? Because you lived in Baton Rouge, but what did it mean to you, New Orleans?
Well, listen, just growing up in the South in general, I was down there doing my radio show. I do a Westwood One syndicated radio show, a countdown show, and I was down there doing it from Jazz Fest, from the Marriott down there, and I'd been down once, after the Katrina catastrophe, I call it. And it's just, growing up down there is the best place on earth for me. With all of the, well, you're from down there, with all of the shortcomings or whatever one may think that it is, it's the most ethnically rich place musically. It's a group of people. I liken it to being in France or something, or in Italy or something. In America, as you travel around, and I've toured a lot extensively in America, it's the only city that really has, other than maybe Kentucky, its own brand of music, of food, of culture, it's just so rich in that way, and people love just being there. And to me, it's like being one of the premier cities in the world. You just go, you drive around and you just go, wait a minute. This is like the forgotten people. It's like the piece that you had on. It's like, how could this happen in America? Forget whose fault it is. Just later for all the blame, what are we doing 9 months later and it still looks like it just happened? And a month from now, hurricane season starts. Yeah. It's unfathomable. You just can't even believe that this is happening in America. You just go, no, come on.
Yeah, well, my thing is that I can't imagine, first of all, going through something like that, losing everything. Try to imagine literally starting over with a couple of outfits, because that's what people took to get out of there. And then to feel like no one cares. It's one thing to lose everything. You'd be depressed, and kids don't have school to go to because no schools are open, and you don't have work. You have nothing at all, and then the entire country ignores you. You're just. How can you not care about? Yeah. So I agree. I think that's the way to do it. And you go to our website, and there's a link to the Bush Clinton Katrina Fund. There's other ways to just go down yourself and do what you can.
And I think it was great having those two guys down there because, they're from very different parties, but it just shows you how big of a thing this is. If the parties can come together and everyone can come together, this is massive. And people like yourself and Oprah and everybody doing everything they can, all of us that have any kind of influence is saying, hey, this is serious. And 9 months, you see that and it hasn't changed, you just go, come on, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's time for us to take matters in our own hands.
Enough already.
Yeah, but we got to do something. All right, we have to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about American Idol and what happened. It's exciting. We're back with Randy Jackson. Okay, so last night, the big whole finale of American Idol, and Taylor Hicks won. How do you feel about that?
Taylor Hicks rocks. He rocks.
Taylor Hicks rocks.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. To come through what these kids come through from the auditions on, to take all of the dumps that we put on them and all the put down Simon does, I applaud them 100,000%.
Well, I think a lot of people, I think Chris is going to have a career, and I think that Elliot will have, I think they'll all, American Idol is so huge now, they're all going to be fine.
Well, this is the reason that we say this season's better than others. People go, yeah, dog, you say that every year. But it's really true. You think about Paris, unbelievably talented young girl, Chris, true rocker, so good, Catherine, Taylor, even Kelly Pickler, you got Elliot. You have 6 or 7 people there that really could go on to some
yeah,
greatness.
this was a good year. There are going to be a lot of people will say.
Was a very good year.
Yeah.
I like that.
Randy, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And we're going to meet Donald and Sandy Pritchett, the guy that I met in the 9th Ward, when we come back. We'll be right back. Earlier, I showed you footage from my trip back to New Orleans. As I was touring the devastation in the 9th Ward, I met a man who I haven't been able to stop thinking about. From New Orleans, please welcome Donald Pritchett and his wife, Sandy. When the hurricane came, you were like most people, took a few things, and where'd you go?
We evacuated to Greenville, Mississippi, a small town in northern Mississippi. And we were there we was in a hotel for 2 days, and they had a Lazy Boy convention booked, and we were asked to leave.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And well, so where did you go?
To the Red Cross.
To the Red Cross.
And we went to the Red Cross, and they only had one available spot, and we couldn't take it. And not only that, they didn't allow pets at that time, and we had 3 pets.
Good for you. You took your pets with you.
Yeah. So we were just like standing out there, and we met a lady, and she talked to us for a few minutes, and she said, you know what, I tell you what, you're welcome to come to my house.
Wow.
And we went there, and we
You
stayed.
and your children? She took all of you in?
It was
11 of us.
total.
11 of you?
11 humans and the 3 dogs.
And the 3 dogs.
What an amazing woman she was.
And we stayed there until October.
That's incredible. And then, now where are you?
We were over in Algiers. My wife's nephew had a house that was on the market.
So you're staying in that house
And we
right
are staying in that house presently.
now? Uh-huh. All right, and why did you return? Because that's what I was saying earlier. I mean, a lot of people would just say, I'm starting over, I'm going somewhere else. Why did you return to New Orleans?
Well, me personally, I really wanted to be hands-on involved in putting New Orleans back together. I do construction. That's what I do for a living.
Uh-huh.
And it's unbelievable the way that I'm shut out of the work process.
Yeah, they're hiring larger companies, so
Right,
you're not getting any work.
Right, right.
I haven't been able to stop thinking about you. And when I saw you that day, I said I wouldn't stop thinking about you, and I would help you, and I wouldn't forget you. And I knew that you did construction. You lost all your tools.
Right.
So Lowe's is providing you with $7,000, a whole new set of Hitachi tools. That's coming out right now. Let's walk over.
Great.
Here's the thing, though, Donald, I looked at this and I was like, that's crazy. He's got tools and he's got nothing to take them around in. So Dodge is giving you this truck. Take a look at this coming out right now. I told you I wouldn't forget you. All right, hold on. Let me show you. You got to walk over here. It's a 2006 Dodge Ram 1500 truck. It has a Hemi V8. It's the most powerful truck on the market. It's also fuel efficient without sacrificing power. Daimler Chrysler has contributed more than $4.4 million to Katrina relief efforts. They sent down a convoy to donate 100 Dodge Rams, Durangos, Dakotas to the Gulf region, and they are giving you this unbelievably, any color you want. This is a red one, whatever you want. You can have, oh, turn around. And so that's for you. The tools are for you, and we're not forgetting about you. We're not going to forget about New Orleans or you.
Thank you so much.
And you represent one family that I'm talking about, so we have to keep helping. Everybody, please remember New Orleans. My interview with Paul Simon is next. Don't go away. Last week, Paul Simon was here for my 500 show, and he had just returned from New Orleans where he headlined the Jazz Festival, and we asked him to talk about his trip and to play us a favorite song of his about the region, and here's what happened. What was your feeling of, what was the mood there?
Well, the mood in Jazz Festival was very, elated. I think people were happy to be able to express themselves in an environment that wasn't tragic. And I think they were, the people who run Jazz Fest were very relieved and grateful that many people showed up, probably as many as usual. About 400,000 people, I think, showed up over the course of the festival. So the festival itself was great, and for me, particularly great because I ended up singing Bridge Over Troubled Water with Irma Thomas and playing with Alan Toussaint and playing with Buckwheat Zydeco Band. They all played. So I had a particularly great time, and I've played there before, and I love that festival.
And as you drove around, what was the most disturbing thing for you to see?
Oh, two images remain for me. One is that under the thruway or the expressway, what is that called in New Orleans?
The highway.
The highway.
Yeah, it's the 10. So.
Well, underneath that road, there's about 5 miles of abandoned cars. It's just, I never saw an image like that. And I mean, obviously, those cars had to be picked up from all of the streets and left there, but where they're going to eventually end up or how that's going to be cleaned up, I have no idea. And the other image that's so powerful for me is all of these old homes that were, small homes, poor homes, that were built in probably the late 19th century or early 20th century that really can't be fixed. So that those areas will be raised, no doubt. And they weren't historic homes, but they were so much a part of a certain time and place in the South that will be completely lost. That was just very sad for me. But I think in time we'll see a new New Orleans.
I agree. I just want the time to be quick. I want these people that are hearing this to know that this is going to be as fast as we can possibly do it, because it seems like it's just not moving at all. But thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you for having me on your 500th show. That was a great pleasure for me. I didn't say it at the time, but I'll say it to you now. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much. All right, so earlier in the show we met Natasha Robin from New Orleans. She and her family lost everything in Hurricane Katrina, and it was her crazy dream to come to LA to see a taping of the show, and we surprised her with her mother and her grandmother. She didn't know they were going to be here. And also, they usually go to New York, and so we thought, well, that would be a good crazy dream to add to that. So we're flying the 3 of you to New York, where you're going to spend a long weekend at the Roseboat Hotel, and you're going to see a Broadway show, so you get to do your girls' weekend there. You're welcome. If you've never been to New Orleans, I urge you to go for so many reasons, but you have to go to Cafe Du Monde. They have the most amazing, the coffee there is so delicious, and the beignets are, if you haven't had a beignet, you're missing out. And the people here are never going to miss out now. Now you're going to be hooked, because Cafe Du Monde actually has been busy back there making beignets for everybody in the audience. You're all getting some. Delicious. I want to thank Randy Jackson, Paul Simon, Donald and Sandy Pritchett, and Natasha Robin. Hugh Jackman will be here tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.